Hi, this is Sean McGowan, contributing editor for Acoustic Guitar magazine. Today we're going to take a look at how to approach and create single note lead lines using basic, familiar, and movable chord shapes. When it comes time to take a solo on a tune, most guitar players immediately shift into scale patterns or licks that they already know that are based on scales. While this approach is often intuitive and gets the job done just fine, it demands a certain understanding of music and also the fingerboard that not every guitarist has necessarily developed yet. Another great and certainly more beginner-friendly way is to formulate solo melodic lines based on chord shapes that are already in your vocabulary. In addition to the ease and benefit of playing off the chord shape, your lead lines will also effectively outline the harmony of the chord progression because the notes in your lines will primarily be chord tones. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at a few simple ways to build strong lead lines that are pulled from common chord shapes. As beginners, most guitarists are introduced to chord forms using the caged system, first by using forms that include the open strings, and then moving these forms or shapes all over the fingerboard. For example, an A major chord form barred at the 2nd fret creates a B major chord. An E major chord form, when you bar that at the 1st fret, it becomes an F major chord, and so on. For now, we're going to take 3 of these common chord shapes, E, C, and A, and use them to create lead lines. So basically we'll be working out of the E shape, C, and A. Example 1 shows the E chord form on the 3rd fret, which gives us a G major chord. Let's call this the E shape, because while we're not actually playing an E chord, it is the shape that we associate with E. We're now just using the index finger to bar where the open strings would be. Example 1. Example 2 shows a lead line that uses the same notes as the chord shape. In most cases, you'll want to emphasize the notes on the top 4 strings to prevent your lines from sounding too muddy or getting lost under the rhythm section instruments. Example 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Example 3 shows a C chord shape moved up to 2nd position, which gives us a D major chord. So we're starting with a C shape, and we'll move it to 2nd position. Note that the fingering here is noticeably different than what you'd have for a normal C chord. The index finger frets just the notes on the 1st and 3rd strings, while the pinky frets the root, creating a shape that can be moved up and down the fingerboard. Example 3. Example 4 is a lead line in D major extracted from this chord form. Examples 5 and 6 show the A shape moved up to the 3rd fret, creating a C major chord, and then C major lines respectively. Example 4, 1, 2, 3, and. Example 5. Example 6, 1, 2, 3, and.